everybody, I hope you're all well and ready for a rant. A good old Monday morning rant. And please understand, or try to understand, my level of frustration by listening to how my morning started and more or less where I stand with this channel and my research. That is, if we get that far. We'll see how far this particular video will take us today, and depending on the time and the length of this video, we will or we won't continue on parts of my research. Okay, so let's go. Firstly, yesterday I at least sounded like a healthy specimen. Today I'm back to sounding like a blocked up drain which swallowed a steam engine. Now look, I love the rain, but please, it can stop now for a few days. And then this morning, broad daylight, 10 o'clock in the morning, while my daughter was helping Dragonman go through his work one more time, she looked out of our kitchen window and there's this guy stealing from the neighbor's yard and was busy taking the cover off his car and trying to break the mirror off the vehicle. So we can't let the neighbor know because it's the bloke who had been terrorizing us for nearly a year now. The same stupid ass who took his security camera, which looked out over his vehicles, down to install one looking into our window, the neighbor's yards, and over the school. Yep, that is after being sentenced to 6 years for sexual assault, okay? And no one is prepared to do anything about that camera. Anyway, I guess he deserves what he's getting because now he doesn't have any surveillance over his vehicles. But, watching other people is far more important. But anyway, we were the good guys and phoned the police and chased the thief off, preventing him from further damaging the neighbor's car. Yay for us! May heaven open its door to us one day, because sure as hell the people in this town sure won't. Okay, let me rather stop. Enough. Let's talk Don Royals and grifters, or actually mostly grifters, because this news is really going to hit you between the eyes. While in the bath this morning, I listened to Neil Sean. Well, 2 of his videos. I normally appreciate them while I'm lying in the bath because they are short. Okay, so now I'm not going to comment or say anything because I am actually sick to the gills of stupid people, and I'm not speaking about Neil Sean, not at all. I'm talking about some of the people listening to him. Look, my darlings, there's only one truth. Not ifs and buts, nothing like that. Either it is or it isn't. Anyway, what I heard Neil Sean say in one of the 2 videos definitely reminded me of what someone told me yesterday. Not that I needed reminding, okay. So I was told by a subscriber that a bloke with Harry and Meghan at Disney looked like, ta-da, Will Reeves. Okay? The same guy who interviewed them in Vancouver, I think. Okay. Or Whistler, one of those places, but I saw him with them in the snow, remember? Anyway, she also said there were 2 other people besides the bodyguards and the one that looked like Will Reeves, and the one guy was using a video camera. So, what? What? Now, I went looking for proof. I mean, just call me Clouseau or Sherlock or arsehole or whatever you want. Lately, I answer to anything. Anyway, I tried. I guess I'll get a reply in 2 to 3 weeks' time, if at all. But what I did find is this photograph, which I already had, but I just did not pay attention. But now, look at it, and you tell me, is the guy at the back Will Reeves? Tell me, are Harry and Meghan working on a new Netflix or ABC series? Are they going to use this birthday footage, supposedly, as part of a new series? It would be typical Meghan Markle, wouldn't it? And from what I heard from someone else, Meghan approached Disney, and Disney did not approach them. So why she said, "Thank you, Disney," in her Instagram post, and trying to create the impression that Disney did all of this just for them, is just pure BS and typical Meghan Markle lying, okay? All Disney did was give them permission to film and assisted with moving the people away for a few minutes while they were actually filming in a specific spot. Oy vey. As I was reading the DMs, it got funnier and funnier, and the funniest was the one saying that the mouse ears on Meghan's head were appropriate because her hair looked like rat's tails. Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't know anymore. I'm going to rename the royal house, the House of Windsor, to the Mouse House. Really, I look at Meghan Markle with her mouse ears, rat's tails, and a loose shirt, acting like a 5-year-old from the slums going to a theme park for the first time. And then I try to imagine Meghan as a queen. I mean, really. And the imaginary vision actually turns out to look like a parody, comedy. And all I can do is shake my head and wonder, what the heck? How did this happen to the British monarchy? Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep this short. I'll be back in a while. I just need to do a few things. I'm sure with this prompt we'll soon hear what the filming was all about. Meghan would surely not want a lowly old auntie from South Africa to break her bombshell news for her. But yes, my dears, from time to time I do have a bombshell of my own. Enjoy the work I just did, and which my loyal subscribers just did, so that big channels and semi-famous people can repeat it in their own voices and coin it without lifting a finger. Oh well, let me go tidy my room. Maybe I'll feel less anxious and worked up and angry after I've done so. Okay, so until we meet again on the next one, bye.